Crowd control. Interrupt. Crowd control.
That's neat. Everything has a little echo to it.
Crowd control.
Oh, come on, guys. We don't need that whole side.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step. Crowd control.
So just a quick explanation of this boss.
Watch your step.
If you get a circle around you, a little circle, take it to the edge. Do not stand on
Crowd control.
You can overlap the circles, but do not have your circle on another player. And then he also does a big circle. Do not run far, far away. Like, don't have your circle, your big circle, overlapping another player, but be right next to their circle so that the tank can get to it and soak, because there's a little soak thingy in there.
And anyone can soak that also. Someone has to soak it. It does not have to be the tank.
Either way, just try not to
Spread
them out.
Oh, crap.
Watch your step.
So our goal is normally to not have the... Nope, we're going to wipe. All right. So...
Was that my fault for dropping it?
In the middle?
Yeah, that was definitely me.
Yeah, and that's not just your fault. I also dropped it a little close to the middle. You really want those sand stomps to be on the outside.
Gotcha.
Just so there's more room. But it's not your fault specifically, because I don't think you were the only one. And
Spread.
There were several, like a lot of us were.
Watch your step.
At least I can turn my back to him. Ugh. God damn it. Yeah, these are all getting dropped opposite sides. So, like, you're definitely right about that part. But also, those sand stomps through the middle are not good.
Not ideal.
Anyone need jank?
So, turning around and running in the opposite direction is not a bad thing in that scenario. So ideally, you want all of that. So all that like silver crap or the gold crap should be around the edge. Ooh, wrong way. Damn. All right.
That wasn't the worst.
Like I said, this place is pretty unforgiving when it comes to the mechanics. The other bosses are just not fun.
Love it.
I'll try to pull him a little bit more towards the edge, so that, but everybody should be behind the boss, and then you should be able to, hopefully, drop those sand spots. I don't care where you are, but like try to get them as far away from the center as you can.
All right.
You good?
Spread.
There we go. Good. Way better.
Watch your step.
I'm gonna get in that. Perfect. I'm in that one.
Everybody start moving.
Does
towards
someone
the
need to
edge.
be
Spread.
in that thing that they stomp on to like soak it?
Yeah, that little tiny the little soak. Yes. The tank or someone needs to jump in that crap.
Spread.
So the sand
What?
stomp, everyone back out. Drop the sand and then oh.
Watch your step.
Where am I supposed to go with this?
Oh, somebody needs
Not
to get
on
in
the
that
side.
That was the big
So
circle.
the
Mitch,
leap
do
is
not run
different
away
than the
from
sand
those
stomp.
soaks. So after he leaps, Mitch,
Spread.
there's a tiny brown circle in
Shit,
there.
shit, shit, shit,
You
shit.
gotta stand in it. If you're close enough, you gotta get in it.
Come on. All right.
Does releasing bring you right here? Or is it unforgiving and make you start at the beginning?
Okay. No, like there's just like those little things. So those stands, so the sand you have to take out, but the big leap, you want to kind of not bring into the tank because you don't want that to be like doubled on anyone, but just out. So there's like a leap 1 and a leap 2, and someone has to soak the little circle after they leap.
Now this boss has kind of some weird mechanics.
Who's doing crap?
There's 2 zones that rotate on this boss. There's a light zone and a dark zone. As much as possible,
What's up, babe?
you should be in this dark zone because it reduces the damage you take.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The pattern.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Target you.
If the dogs are done outside, you can close the door. Like they're fine. Close the door. Yeah. Sorry, kids are going to bed.
Mine are wide open.
Dispel. Shockwave. Dispel.
Anyway, so this boss has 2 zones. They're in quarters around him. You'll see them. 2 of them are light, 2 of them are dark. Stay in the dark as much as you can, unless you have a
Shockwave.
debuff on you. Then you want to stand in
Dispel.
light. This is also a boss where it makes it a lot easier if you just stack on the tank and follow the tank, because there's these little balls, and if you get hit by the balls, you get a debuff that puts a massive dot on you, and it's really hard to heal through.
I aggro some shit.
Okay.
Dispel. Dispel.
And then there's another mechanic where you get a circle on you, run it out. If you have it, usually it's on range, but it can be on DPS. Run it out and away. You might have to use a cooldown to live, because I can only dispel one of them.
So also the hitbox is a lot bigger than people think on this boss. So stay on the outside of the hitbox, and you're gonna have more time to deal with the mechanics.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just a quick recap. There's zones. Stay in the dark one unless you have the debuff. Then get in the light one to reduce the damage taken. And then
Yeah,
follow
it'll
the
be a
tank.
super quick circle that you're gonna drop real. It'll drop real quick. But if you do it on the dark zone, then it is sucky. It's like slow pain instead of flash pain.
And then even if you're ranged, try to stay in line with the tank and follow the tank's movements. I'm actually going to stack on her.
You can try. We'll see if I do it right.
Well, if you don't, follow
All
me.
right.
I usually
All right.
tank.
Well, I'm gonna go along. I'm gonna try to stay.
So get in the dark.
Follow the tank.
Watch orb.
All right, so here's the balls. Follow the tank counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise. I don't usually do counterclockwise, but I can do that.
Crap, I screwed up.
Shit. Why did I do that?
Oh, it is way better. Look at you. See, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I was too busy healing.
I-
to get hit by balls.
I always go counterclockwise on that boss. It's the best way to go, especially with the balls.
Well, I go clockwise until the balls, and then I kind of,
Watch orb.
no one wants balls in the face. I mean, not, in the game.
If you
Oh,
want to save yourself a repair bill, just go jump off the edge.
yeah. Well, it doesn't. I don't care that much, but
Watch orb.
See that gigantic expanding circle there? That's the
Yeah.
debuff I was talking about. If it gets dispelled, that's what happens. And that's why you have to run it out. So now you know.
Oh yeah.
sorry. I hope my sense of humor isn't off-putting to anyone. It
No, you're good.
was like dead silence. I was like, okay.
Oh, I'm just exhausted.
Nah, you're good.
So I'm sorry. I know I'm not in your group, but I'm learning that zone or that dungeon as well. So am I right in saying like the dark floor makes things go slow and the light floor makes things go fast?
No.
So like the balls travel slower in the dark,
No.
and then when it hits the light, they go faster.
No. It
No.
doesn't actually affect any of the mechanics. It affects your character. The dark one reduces damage. I think it's by like 40 or 50%. And then the light
I just
one
went live. If you want to
increases your
watch.
haste.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, the light one increases your haste. So you can shoot faster, you can punch faster, whatever you need to do. The dark one reduces the damage you take. That's why, unless you have the debuff, you should stay in the dark zones so that it makes the healer's life easier.
Okay, I thought the balls traveled faster and slower, whatever.
No, and I mean,
think he has any
people
feet.
let me know.
Have
Like,
fun.
I always want people to let me know if I'm doing something wrong, which I was a little bit there. But also, all right, we ready?
I'm ready.
Yep.
All right.
Good to go.
I mostly stand still till the balls come out.
Watch orb.
All right, here comes the first balls.
Orbs.
Going counterclockwise.
You can sneak in right behind the next set. Just like this.
Something's on me. What am I doing?
And that's it.
Go to the light zone.
Uh-oh, one of them got
Oh.
nailed.
Watch
It's
orb.
in the light. That's stupid.
No, you dropped
Fine.
it in the dark. It's okay. It happens.
You can jump over and run.
Can I jump? Oh, you can jump over it?
Target you.
So
There
you
it
see
is.
how I was
Whoop.
in the accelerating zone, the light zone?
Watch orb.
Mm-hmm.
That meant that nothing happened. It didn't explode.
Target you.
See, again, you stand in
I
the
see
the
it.
haste zone.
Nice.
So it goes away. And that's it. That is as good
Not
as
too
that
bad.
fight gets. You just do that at higher levels, higher keys, and it does more damage.
Thank you for showing me that.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
I'm gonna leave it up in case you are curious about the rest
Yeah.
of them. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn all these dungeons because I came into the season late as well.
The next
Nice.
boss is kind of weird. It has a ping pong mechanic with a ball. It's called Corrosion. If you get Corrosion in phase 1, immediately hand it to the tank. Immediately.
You,
I'm just gonna
you shouldn't
yank
have
this
started.
dragon. We're not skipping this. We're just gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Watch your step.
During phase 2, you want to hold it for
AOE
like a couple
incoming.
of seconds and then hand it to the tank. And during the final phase, you're going to have to pass it back and forth for probably a solid minute before he sucks the tank in and takes
Watch
the
your
ball away.
step.
So, quick recap. Pass it immediately to the tank during the slime phase. During the dragon phase, hold it for a couple of seconds, and after he does the lots of tornadoes, give it to the tank. You'll know what I mean when you see a whole bunch of tornadoes coming out of him. Also dodge those tornadoes. And then the final phase, you're going to have to ping pong and give it to different people before you give it to the tank, and you just got to time it right and watch deadly boss mods.
Well, you can also just pass it back and forth. Like if people like are fucking it up or whatever. Again, language. Sorry. But you know,
She can't hear, I'm pushing
yeah,
the
you
button.
can just kind of pass back and forth as needed, so you don't get too many stacks.
At higher keys, you don't want to do that because the more you pass it back and forth, the more damage you take.
Yeah, that's true.
Watch
too.
your
But
step.
for this level, yeah, you're right. It's better to practice good habits.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we
I got
didn't
more.
need those. It's okay.
Watch your step.
Oh yeah, green swirlies are bad. Really bad. Green swirlies
Watch
are
your
bad.
step.
Don't stand in green swirlies.
Oh yeah.
Watch your step.
Gabe, turn that down.
Watch your step.
That extra pull was all me. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
We're good.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
There's 3 phases to this boss, like I said. The first, he starts as a slime. Hand the corrosion off immediately. You'll see a giant a large black ball over your head. Just run immediately to the bear. Second phase, wait until after the whole bunch of tornadoes comes out. Then give the ball.
Watch your step.
And then the last phase, I'll try and call it off. It depends on how much I'm healing.
Watch your step.
Okay. Backstreet Boys are up, guys. Live with it. I did. Gross. Giant slug boss. Just about as bad. That boss in Waycrest, it reminds
your
me of
step.
that of Jabba the Hutt in Star Wars. It makes me nuts.
Shockwave.
You probably don't need to know, but that shockwave
Watch your
sucking thing
step.
he does, that's when he takes the ball off the tank. So immediately run the ball to the tank.
Watch your step.
Fall on me. Do I bring it to the tank?
Always during this phase.
Yep.
Immediately.
Go for it.
AoE incoming.
Now,
Watch your step.
you see these wind thingies? Right
Yeah.
after this phase is when he does the sucky thingy. So you want to try and hold it until...
Take it off
the
me.
wind phase.
Somebody's got to grab it. Please.
Now give it back.
Shockwave.
I'm
Give it
charmed.
back. Run away.
All right. I can have it back.
Watch your step. Target
Try
you.
to hold off until the wind phase. Okay, never mind. He phased. So each
Focusing
of
on.
these dragons has different abilities. One of them does a frontal. Just don't be near the frontal.
I'm going to try to
Watch
aim
your
it over
step.
here, but the other dragon should have followed me. Why didn't he?
Breath incoming.
Hmm. I need somebody. Take it. Take it.
Breath
Okay.
incoming.
Who would I pass it to? Just anyone?
Give it back. Give it back.
Target you.
I can take it
Watch your
back.
feet.
Someone took it.
I'm behind the dragon. There we go. Thank you.
Okay, so I am Necrofrost. Please break me out.
Breath incoming.
That's the only other thing I
Job.
can explain. During the last phase, he puts Necrofrost on somebody, and you gotta beat him up. We're on the final stretch, though. We got 3.5 pulls of ads, and then we're at the last boss. This one requires not a whole lot of explanation. There's 2 gigantic brown circles. The first one, if it's centered on you and it moves with you, run to Chromie and stand on Chromie.
Crowd
immediately.
control.
Do not spread apart this fight.
Watch your step.
Like, literally, if you don't, you will wipe us because Chromie will die and we will all die.
Crowd control.
So, if it's centered on you and it moves with you, run and stand on Chromie. Everybody else, run away. There's also another brown circle. It comes after that. So the first one is always, and it's always in order. The first one is stand on Chromie. The second one is everybody runs out. It's
Crowd control.
Extinction breath, I think. And then there's also he summons spikes. Just avoid the spikes. They're pretty easy to
Crowd
avoid.
control.
And there's a couple of little ads that take like 2 shots. And you
Watch
can
your
interrupt them.
step.
But the most important thing that most people mess up, there's right after he does the brown circle that's centered on you and moves with you, he does 2
Watch your
circles
step.
right next to where Chromie was. There's a front little circle and a big back circle. Everybody that's not the tank stacks in the big back circle. Everybody in the tank stacks in the front one.
Watch your
If
step.
you miss that, it's 100% a wipe. All it takes is one person dying.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not
This is gonna
kidding.
be tough.
All right, we'll
Feel
be
free
fine.
to yell at us while we're doing things. Be like, do this, do that, because that's a lot.
All right, are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So far.
And also notice how big his hitbox is, guys. You do not have to get in so
Find
close.
shelter.
All right, Goblin, get in that circle with Chrome. Good.
Help soak.
I'm gonna
Everybody in the back
soak the little
that isn't
circle.
tank.
Everyone else in the other one. Keep the
Now
pressure
spread out just
up.
a little bit. Get ready for lava surge or whatever it is, or surge. Like I said, just a bit.
When you do, the further back you are, the easier it is to avoid. You have a little bit more time. If you're too close in, I remember learning this like last season, and you think, God bless it. You just could not stay out of it.
Okay, so we're going to be getting the gigantic round circle. Everybody get out of it.
Breath incoming.
Or if you have the
Spread.
round circle, stay close to each other so we can bleed down the ends. And then rinse and repeat for the rest of the fight. There's nothing else to do.
This thing just eats damage, huh?
Well, it only goes to about halfway. Like it's not as bad as it looks. We
Okay.
are gonna be fine.
Next, back on Corrosion.
Back on me.
Circle, get where you're from.
Help
And then
soak.
sub-circle.
There you are.
Sub-circle. Everybody gets in that center thing.
Yep, get in the star bubble. Star bubble right now, everybody.
Nice job, guys.
That's it. Congrats.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you can't pay attention really to like what the health looks like for that one.
Hopefully you get the stone scale.
Yeah.